What if I told you the Raiders could be about to land a hidden gem at wide receiver? With the trade of Davante Adams and Jacoby Myers looming large, Las Vegas needs more firepower on the field. There's a name floating around that could be a game-changer for us, but there's a catch. He might not be available. Stick around to find out who this potential game-changer is and why the Raiders should take a chance. Be sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay up to date with all the latest Raiders news. As the Las Vegas Raiders continue to navigate the aftermath of trading away star wide receiver Davante Adams, the need for playmakers at the wide receiver position has become glaringly obvious. Right now, Jacoby Myers stands as the primary receiving threat for the Raiders. Don't get me wrong, Myers is a solid player, but can he really be the number one option we desperately need? I don't think so. When we take a closer look at the rest of the receiving core, it only raises more eyebrows. Trey Tucker has underperformed, and DJ Turner has been largely unproductive. It's a tough situation for the Raiders, and while having Brock Bowers as a tight end certainly helps alleviate some of the pressure, it's clear that the team is in dire need of more explosive playmakers. Looking ahead, it appears that the Raiders are gearing up to target top-tier wide receivers like T. Higgins and Chris Godwin in free agency. That's a smart move, but let's not overlook the potential for finding undervalued gems that could come at a more affordable price. If the Raiders do choose to explore that avenue, and they absolutely should, one name that stands out is Bo Melton from the Green Bay Packers. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Melton will enter free agency with exclusive rights, meaning if the Packers extend a qualifying offer, he'll have little choice but to accept it. If they don't, he could be left on the sidelines for the 2025 season. So, what are the chances that Green Bay lets him walk? Given their crowded receiver room, there's a possibility they might not prioritize Melton. If that happens, the Raiders need to be ready to pounce. Melton, a 25-year-old receiver, has had limited opportunities in Green Bay, appearing in just 5 games last year and catching 16 passes for 218 yards and a touchdown. This year, he recorded a modest 5 receptions for 73 yards. But let's be real, it's not a reflection of his talent. He's been buried on the depth chart, and Jordan Love hasn't had the chance to utilize him effectively. That would surely change in Las Vegas, where the Raiders are hungry for wide receivers. What's even more exciting is that Melton has shown serious flashes of potential. His production mainly came in the latter part of the 2023 season, including a standout game with 6 receptions for 105 yards and a touchdown against the Minnesota Vikings. We're talking about a guy who clocked a blazing 4.34 seconds in the 40-yard dash at the 2022 NFL Scouting Combine. He has the potential to be a legitimate deep threat or at least an explosive slot receiver. So, here's the question. Should the Raiders be crossing their fingers and hoping that the Packers let Melton go? Absolutely. Melton could be the missing piece we need to bolster our receiving core and give our offense a much-needed boost. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe that pursuing Bo Melton is the right move for the Raiders? Or do you think we should be focusing our efforts elsewhere? I'm honestly back on this one. While I see the potential in Melton, I wonder if it's enough to make a significant impact. Let's discuss it. What are your thoughts? Please share your expectations and frustrations in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on all things Raiders, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Let's build this community together and keep the Raider Nation strong. And remember to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any crucial updates. Let's keep the conversation going, and as always, go Raiders!